Are you tired of writing blog posts that just don't get any traffic? Well, what happens if you could spend all your time writing blog posts that continually rank high on Google and get thousands, if not millions, of visitors a month? Hey everyone, I'm Neil Patel, and today I'm going to teach you how to write blog posts that get tons of traffic. Now, before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel, and if you're on YouTube, click the alert notification. So the first thing I want you to do is head on over to Ubersuggest. You can go to neilpatel.com/Ubersuggest, and Ubersuggest is a marketing tool that gives you SEO data and stats. I want you to put in a competitor URL. So let's say I put in Moz. Moz has a lot of content. They're a popular website. They discuss marketing. neilpatel.com discusses marketing. And the key with doing this is to select popular competitors. I wouldn't select joetheplumbermarketingsite.com because that site, even if it existed, probably gets little to no traffic. You want to pick popular competitors that you know that are getting a lot of traffic. They're big businesses. When you do Google search, you happen to see them. And once you put in one of those competitors, just click the search button and you're going to see something that looks like this. Now, this is a traffic overview analysis on Ubersuggest. It shows you the domain, how many keywords they rank for on Google, the roughly monthly traffic. It breaks down things like their domain authority, how many backlinks that they have. And this over here is a chart that gives you a rough overview of their traffic. This shows you how many keywords that they're ranking each position. For example, in February, you can see, all right, they have 31,000 keywords that rank from position 1, 2, 3. And you can see how many keywords rank from position 4 to 10 on Google, 11 to 50, which is pages 2 through 5, and 51 through 100, which is pages 6 through 10 on Google. Now, underneath that, you see their top SEO pages, which I'm going to come back to in a bit. And then you see a lot of the keywords that they rank for. So I want you to go back up to their top pages. This is all the popular pages that they're getting traffic for on Google. So I want you to click view the pages that drive traffic to this domain. This breaks down again their top pages. And when you look at this, you'll see a few view all buttons. One's under backlinks, one's under estimated visits. The one under backlinks shows you all the people that link to that URL. And these are each and every single one of the domains that are linking to that URL. In this case, it would be moz.com/blog/the absolute beginner's guide to Google Analytics. And it'll show you that they got a link from Forbes, Huffington Post, Ahrefs, they got a link from Elegant Themes, GoDaddy, Small Business Trends, and the list goes on and on. In addition to that, when you click view all under estimated visits, this shows you all the keywords that the article ranks for and the traffic they're getting. As you can see, they rank for a lot of terms related to Google Analytics or variations of it. You can keep clicking next, 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 and you'll see more keywords. What I want you to do is click on over to that URL. So if you just click on the URL, it opens up in a new tab and you can see the blog post. I want you to go through it, read it, spend time. As you can see, this one's super detailed. Great, it has a lot of screenshots. Google Analytics has changed over time. Maybe the designs are a little bit different here and there. And I can go and I can write a post that's more detailed than this, okay? And as you can see, if I keep scrolling, a lot of useful information, tons of amazing steps. The article is probably thousands and thousands of words. So going back to Ubersuggest, when I look at that article, you'll want to click view all under estimated visits for each of those URLs. Keep clicking next, keep going, and it'll show you all the keywords that they're including in the article that are driving them the traffic. You can do this with the next article. What is SEO? This one is what is SEO search engine optimization 2021. Again, you can see all the keywords that drive traffic to them. You can see all the keywords that are driving traffic to that page. And same thing, I can click and go over to that page. Then I can do the next one, Beginner's Guide to SEO. I see all the keywords that are driving traffic to that page. Similarly, I can click and go to that page. And now I want you to do that for the fourth result, right? And then the fifth result and sixth result. And I want you to do that for the top 20. Believe it or not, 20, just do it for 20. Trust me, it works because it sorts it by popularity. If you do it for 4 or 5, all right, you're going to get some traffic. You do it for the top 20, it really starts adding up. Now, when you're going through this process, ignore home pages. So as you can see, moz.com, that's the home page, gets a lot of traffic. Bet you their popular term is Moz, SEO Moz, variations of that, which is their name. But you want to look for all the top blog post pages, quote unquote. And what you'll want to do is you can see sometimes they're in blogs, sometimes they don't have that URL. Anything that's content, it doesn't necessarily have to be a blog post. And I would just do the same thing. I would go, this one's pretty short. This one's just on what is SEO. Here's another one, Beginner's Guide to SEO. Here's an introduction. Here's another one, Beginner's Guide to Link Building. Here's another one, redirects, 301s, 302s, what are redirects? Here's another one, backlinks, what is a backlink? And as you can see, when you just go through this whole process, you'll find all the pages. I can have more images on this page here. I can go more in depth. I can show video tutorials. That's examples of ways I can make this page better. And I'm not saying Moz did a bad job, but there's always ways to improve. And now that I did it for Moz, I may go to my next competitor. Let's say Search Engine Journal. And this is a blog on SEO. And I would go do the same thing. I would look at the view all keywords. I would go and look at each of their blog pages, see which keywords they're ranking for. This one is 17 great search engines you can use instead of Google. All right, I can go through this, get an updated list. I can see if it's up to date or anything needs to be modified, and then go from there. Now, when you're going through this process and you do this for 10 of your competitors, you do 20 pages for each competitor. I know it's going to take a while. Sometimes there's going to be overlap between your competitors. That's okay. But don't rewrite the same page multiple times. So if this one is on 17 great search engines to use instead of Google, if Moz had a page on alternative search engines to Google, it's kind of the same thing. One's a listicle that has 17 in there. One may or may not be a listicle, but you don't want to duplicate the content. You just want to write one article on each topic. And you probably won't have 200. You may end up with 150 because you're going to start seeing some overlaps. And this will give you a list of all the articles that you want to create and send to your content team, or you can do yourself. And the key is to just go more detailed and better than the competition. And for each article, if you want some extra credit, look to see who links to them and do outreach. So for example, this one is from Search Engine Journal, 17 great search engines you can use instead of Google. I'll hit up the URLs, like I may hit up Goodreads, I may hit up Slashdot, this Medium, SFGate, and I'll hit up the authors and I'll just say, hey John, I noticed you linked to this article from Search Engine Journal that breaks down the 17 alternatives to Google. There's actually a lot more search engines these days because of all the social networks, and there's some really cool strategies that you can do to make sure that you can search the web in a safe way to avoid people snooping on your private information. I'm not saying Google's snooping, but a lot of people probably don't like using them because they don't want Google to have too much data on them. And that's why I mentioned that in the email. And then, of course, I'll wrap up the email with something around like, here's my version of the article, check it out. Feel free and link to it if you like it. Cheers, Neil. And that's it. And if I send out 100 of those emails, maybe only 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 will link back to me. That's okay. If I do that for every single article that I'm writing, you end up getting a lot of links. If you write 200 articles, each article you're able to get 3 links. That's 600 links. That's a lot. Even though each article doesn't have a lot of links, your total site will, and it'll start ranking higher. So if you use this strategy, you'll start writing content that consistently gets traffic, specifically search traffic, which is consistent. While with social traffic, you may get a big boost on day one, but it typically dies down after. So you got to keep creating new ways to get more traffic. While with this approach, going after Google, you'll get consistent traffic. And even if you don't write content for a month, you can still consistently do well. Now, if you have any questions when it comes to driving traffic to your blog post and how to write content that consistently does well, leave a comment below. Always here to help you out. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it, tell other people about it. Thank you for watching. And if you want my help and you just want my team to do everything for you, check out my ad agency, Patel Digital. Thank you for your time.